Hey everybody, this is luckyDminor from Player Chess FFA strategy. Um, Another nice free-for-all game with, well, good players, 1900s, 1900s, 1800s, 2100s. So let's see how this game works out for me. A few days ago, I was at 2,200 points, then I lost again. Now I'm trying to get back. Let's see. Okay. Just the standard opening so far. Red is pushing pawn. I'm pushing pawn too. I do not want to be in a race with red. So I will stop and let him promote if possible, because as being the opposite player, I want to support him, and then afterwards I can possibly also promote my pawn to a queen. Okay. I go further. Green is possibly attacking me. I have to stop that immediately because he's on my left side. Blue's making an early king's move. Why is he doing that? I don't know. He even goes on the same line like the red's bishop. And I block this line towards my king. Okay, red is going for promotion. As I said, I will not stop him. Okay, blue's playing a find a safe spot for my king and wait strategy. Actually, I do not like that strategy too much, because when other players are taking queens, you may lose in the end if you play too slow. Also, you're not supporting the opposite player if you're playing very slow. But let's see. I just develop. Green stops red from promoting. Red attacks green. Blue attacks me. I stop the attack and also open up another line for my bishop. Okay, he protects. Well, what is he doing? He's hanging his bishop, trying to protect his knight that is not even attacked. Maybe trying to attack my pawn, which is protected. So mistake on green side and immediate punishment. Also now the green knight is attacked. So it's looking pretty good for red to be possibly able to promote also. But now blue is attacking red, and this gives green a free strike to fight back. I just develop and also attack green's pawn here. Green doesn't see it, wants to possibly attack this pawn or even my pawn. He blocks the attack from blue. Blue develops. And I take that pawn. Why am I doing that? So I could have taken this pawn, but then I would possibly lose my pawn here. Or red would lose his pawn, which is unprotected, more probable than green taking the yellow pawn. So actually I'm trying to support red here. Since he's the opposite player, I figure that since the red pawn is protecting my yellow pawn, I can even attack the green knight again. So I found this more important than just having this little pawn here. And also attacking to the left side is always kind of dangerous, because at some point your bishop gets attacked here and then blue has a free strike on you possibly. So I take that pawn. Let's see. He moves away his knight. And now, of course, red can take my pawn, protected by his own bishop. Still developing and getting a queen. Green cannot take because of the bishop's protection. But he cannot because my queen is pinning his pawn. So what is he doing now? Possibly just moving ahead, but I could kill it. So he's protecting the pawn, stopping the pin, and now threatening to take my pawn or just move ahead and get a queen. So what am I doing? Do I want to take the pawn, fighting with red? Red's the opposite player. I don't want to fight with him. I could possibly just move ahead and get a queen and let him take a queen also, possibly. Okay, I do that. Green is attacking the bishop. And red is still just promoting. So red, oh, the pawn is pinned by me, so green cannot take that pawn, that bishop. Okay. Let's see what blue's doing. Just developing, opening an attack line for the queen towards red. Okay. So what am I doing now? What am I supposed to do? My queen is threatened by two queens. It would even be checkmate. Oops, didn't see that before. Okay, so I don't know if red wants to checkmate me. Red is a good player. Maybe early on in the game he does not want to kill his opposite. But can I be sure? He already has two queens, then he would have like 25 points. He would maybe think he's on top of the world here. Okay, I cannot allow that. It's too risky for me. So otherwise I could just move away my queen. He had two queens, I have two queens, we are both happy, but he can checkmate me. Can I stop that checkmate somehow? Of course I can step in with my knight here, but my queen is hanging. Can I trust red enough that he's not just taking my queen? I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I decided to take the red queen. I figured that, well, green and red are both attacking that queen. I'm also protecting it. Maybe nobody will take that queen. So I have two queens. Red only has one queen. Maybe green just takes the bishop and I get away with it. But of course it was kind of a betray towards red because he allowed me to queen, I allowed him to queen, and then I kill his queen. I don't even know if red saw that he could checkmate me. So at this point, it was a difficult situation. Maybe you want to comment if you think there would have been a better alternative, or if you would have done something different. I don't know. Well, what is green doing? He's not taking the bishop. He's just saying, I don't protect this yellow queen. Let red and yellow fight about it. Smart move maybe about green. What is red doing? Of course he does not want to exchange queens, so he just moves away and feels the pain of me having taken his queen. Sometimes players that kind of team with each other at this point start to really fight about it. And only because I took his queen, he takes my queen and we both lose. Red is smart enough to not do that. Thank you, Red. Okay, and what is blue doing? Hanging his queen in red's territory. Oh, he thinks the red queen is pinned. Okay. At this point, I would have stopped the pin in order to allow red to take the blue queen. But since I have two queens on this line, I can't stop it. I can't stop the pin. So I just move away and possibly stop it in the next move. Green now is actively protecting the blue queen. So it's kind of a team's game happening here. I'm trying to be teams with red, even though I took his queen, and green is trying to be teams with blue. Okay, secondary attack on the blue queen. What is blue doing? Taking the pawn, still thinking that this queen is pinned. But now, after I move back my queen, I can stop the pin, and I do. And he's just exchanging bishops. Well, not only exchanging, also threatening that blue can take my pawn here, weakening my position. So he's still in kind of a team's game with blue, of course. And in a kind of team's game, it's okay to exchange material because one team loses, the other team loses, so it's even. But of course, red can now take the queen. Blue supports the attack on me. I take the bishop. And he protects now another take of blue. Okay. The king move. Why is he doing that? Well, yeah, of course, he wants to get his queen, his king out of this line with my queens. Intelligent thinking. So what is blue doing? Moving away his queen. Why is he not taking my rook? Maybe he's not trusting that protection of greens, or just not seeing it. Okay, I can get away with my rook and attack the bishop. Green is blocking my possible attack on that pawn. Red is bringing his queen kind of back into the game. He could have taken the blue bishop, but would he trust that I'm not taking again another queen of his? I wouldn't have trusted that in this situation either. So he's just moving away and of course allowing me in the next move to take the bishop. But he's smart enough to move away. But his knight was also under attack, so blue's in a difficult situation now already. Okay, green activating his queen, red attacking green, so I could now possibly have a strike on green. I could take this, but the green could take back itself. No other attack line on green so far in the moment for me. Blue's developing, but also opening a bishop's line here, so possible mate situations for us. But I pull back my queen. I don't want to be too risky at this point. Having two queens, being a strong player, I do not want to have my queen linger around there. And now red is attacking green, sacrificing his bishop. He's possibly expecting me to support that attack. Wait for what blue is doing. Okay, just developing. So how can I support this attack? I could attack the queen, but also the queen could take backs there. I could take this pawn with my queen, but I would not sacrifice my queen since blue has to get out of check first. So that's possibly what I do. Yes, I do that. I attack the queen. I support the attack of the red bishop. So he has to take back. He could have taken with the knight, but then I would have a free queen. So he takes with the queen. And now let's see. Would red continue the attack? He would lose his queen against the knight. It would not be mate, so I would not continue that attack. But he does anyway. He just plays a strong team game with me and says, if we can beat green, we will also beat blue later on. So I even sacrifice my queen. Or did he see something else? Can I mate him? Let's see first what blue does. Okay, blue takes a pawn. Red even left his pawn unprotected and now is also threatened to lose his rook. So red puts all he has on my card. So how can I support him in this situation? Can I mate? Yeah, this is mate. So red offers me the mate. I can mate, but I will leave my queen unprotected so he afterwards can take a queen. Well, I have taken a queen from him, so now he can take a queen of me. So it's only fair, I think, possibly. And I do mate. So he can take back or he can remove and protect his rook. But still, can he trust me that I'm not taking another queen of his? He can't. Possibly it's smarter for him to just take. But he doesn't. He plays a strong team game for me. So he just moves away the queen, threatens to attack the bishop. So even if blue would take the rook, blue would lose this game against both of us. But blue's playing a different game. He says, I check you. Possibly hoping that I will now switch partners and support his attack. What could I do? I could give another check, but it would not be a mate. I could go here, but it's still not mate. I cannot mate. I could attack red's unprotected queen. I can switch partners. So blue has only a few points yet. I already have a lot of points. Red has already a lot of points. Blue does not have a queen anymore. I could win the last queen by red. And then I would have two queens. No other player would have a queen. I figure this may be a win for me, even though I betray the partnership with red, kind of again. And I do. So it's free for all, and I try and play for my own win. Of course, red is not happy about that. He has to move his king. He loses his rook and loses his queen. Very painful for red. And I'm thinking, well, I'm pretty good in this game. But it's also pretty dangerous because red is now angry on me. I still cannot really trust blue, especially also while I'm attacking also his bishop. So it may also turn against me. Let's see. Red attacks blue. I like that. Now two blue bishops are attacked. He again gives a check. So again, question for me. Do I support the attack on red or do I switch partners again and now attack blue? What would you do in this situation? Could I give a mate on red possibly? No, don't see a mate. I could have, no, can't even do a big attack. So maybe I just, well, why didn't I take the blue bishop? Maybe just a mistake. This is a slow move. It doesn't do anything. Yes, I can win a third queen at this point, but it only makes them partners against me if I'm too strong. So I should have taken the bishop here, but I didn't. Well, second bishop is attacked now. Which bishop is removing? He's moving that bishop. Now I can take that bishop. Am I doing it? I'm not doing it. Why not? Maybe I was thinking, now that I betrayed red so badly, I have to make sure that blue's on my side. Blue has only a few points. I want blue together with me, mate red, and then I have an easy win. Maybe that was what I was thinking. But was it smart? Let's see. Okay. Blue is fighting against red, so my strategy seems to work out. I move again, and either here or there, I could possibly get a queen. Well, both fields are protected in the moment. Red is developing the bishop. Don't see any big sense in that in the moment. Blue's moving pawns. I attack both bishops. And I attack the blue knight. Do I now again want to attack blue? Possibly I only wanted to attack the red bishop. He moves away. He moves away. Am I taking the knight? I'm doing it. So I kind of do a wavering strategy. First, I didn't take that bishop. 2 times I supported blue, and now I'm killing blue's knight. And really saying, sorry, fuck you to blue. In the end, that was not a smart move. Okay, he moves a knight. But I was possibly arrogant. I was thinking I'm so strong I can beat you both. I give a check on red. Red goes away. Blue moves pawns, okay? And blue has a lot of pawns. So even though blue doesn't have a queen in the moment, he's still a pretty strong opponent here. And I made him kind of my enemy. He was killing his knight. Okay, red does not really know what to do. Blue is not really wanting to attack me. He just wants to promote, possibly. But of course he is attacking me. I move away. He just protects his king further. Blue is going to promote. I'm attacking blue again. I'm now thinking, how can I stop the promotion? But at this point, definitely making blue my enemy. I get attacked by red. And what is blue doing? He's saying, you want to fuck with me? I'm going to fuck with you. So poor strategy by me. Once I have kind of betrayed red and teamed with blue, I should not have wavered around and attacked blue again. So now blue is sacrificing his bishop. Maybe he didn't see that I can take with this queen and I'm not losing my queen. But I'm not seeing it either. I'm making a horrible mistake here. And I lose my queen. Maybe I think, well, I still have a queen, I still have a pawn that is possibly going to promote, but the pawn is not protected, it's attacked, this field is protected. Things are changing. And blue is getting the queen, and I can't stop it. So I move over, trying to push this pawn. Red is attacking the queen. Of course, red is still afraid about blue also. I push my pawn. What is red doing now? Is he sacrificing his bishop in order to stop me? And after I betrayed him so badly, he's doing that. So I made him my enemy, I made blue my enemy. And blue is now even protecting the bishop. And now we have really a teams game, another teams game. I was in the beginning teams with red, then I tried to team with blue, then I betrayed both of them, and now both are against me. I develop my position, now I face, okay, now I have to fight against two. He's attacking my knight. The knight is protected, but I cannot trust. And possibly he's just wasting all his material now to support Blue's win against me. Blue is going for another queen. This field is protected, but maybe now that they are teaming, Red even allows him to queen. I move away my knight. He has to move his bishop. Blue does not really trust strong teaming here, but he has another pawn he can promote. I try to attack this pawn. Red is attacking this pawn and pinning the pawn also, so Red is not trusting Blue totally. Still, Blue is doing the step because he does not know how to protect it. Otherwise, well, he could have just left it there, but if he had left the pawn here, there would be a danger that, I don't know, I kill that pawn, that rook kills that pawn, his queen is under attack. Would have been possible. So he figures I just give it a try if Red lets me promote. I try to say, well, I step away, Red, please, you can take it. And he does. I'm happy about that, of course. So it's still not a fixed team game. But Blue is strong with his pawns. Red also has a pawn, but of course his king position is not really stable. I attack the blue rook. He moves away, has a strong king position there. I try to make another pawn promotion here. And now it's kind of an open free-for-all game again. So nobody knows who's teaming with whom. I attack the bishop. It's protected. Well, maybe I didn't know what to do else. And they are fighting about the pawn promotion in the center. I move away and hope that they will fight it out. And of course, here's a pawn that can promote there, can promote there. Don't know how this can be stopped. I just walk myself. And Red gives it another try. It's unprotected. Blue can just take it. There's many different options. I believe Blue will, yes. So now Blue has two queens. And wins are changing. I move. Red pins my pawn, attacks my queen behind the pawn. Blue gets the third queen, and now I'm at the fate of Red if he supports me to counterattack Blue somehow, but it's pretty hard now. Okay, what is Blue doing? Just taking my pawn, attacking my rook, trusting on Red's protection and trusting that he with three queens can exchange material. Okay. I move away. I do not take the queen. I don't want to lose my rook and weaken my position. Maybe still I'm hoping that somehow we can mate Red first, and with having more points than Blue I can still win. But I made a mistake. I hanged my rook, got checked, and now I'm doomed. I step in between. Blue loses a queen. I lose a queen. Blue loses another queen. I lose a pawn. I get checked again. So see, Blue does not take this bishop. He wants first to mate me. Step in between. And now I'm in defense mode. Red supports the attack. Blue gives another attack on me. Why am I not moving my rook? Why am I not moving my rook? I'm afraid of a check, which wouldn't be a checkmate. I don't know. Maybe I just make a mistake. I'm losing the rook. My pawn gets attacked. I do not protect it because I was afraid to lose my king somehow down there. But now I lose the pawn. Lose another pawn. Gets threatened again. At this point, blue sees, okay, now red wants to promote. I have to do something against red too. So I'm kind of hoping that somehow I can shift changes again. But blue's too strong, and I don't know who's making mistakes at this point. So the game unfolds, and blue just has the strongest position here, but loses his queen. So even when you're strong, you should not make mistakes. He loses his queen. So, but of course I will lose my bishop, and I don't have anything more to win here. I have the highest points, but both blue and red can top me if they checkmate two opponents. So I lose this, and now red suddenly is on top. So he can promote and be strongest player on the board. I attack blue, he promotes, I get checked. I attack the rook, he moves away. I attack the queen, she moves away. Red gets checked. I attack the knight, but it's protected. I get checked. Okay, I lose my knight. Get checked again, and I resign. I resign at this point. Of course, I could have waited for a checkmate. Anyway, I hope that resigning would somehow distract checkmating. Because at this point, I wanted red to win and still stay second place. But if blue checkmates me, this will probably not happen. Blue gets checked, so I still have some hope, but I get checkmated. So blue passed my points, and red most possibly will win the game. Okay, and this is just a few steps away. Okay, so my partner, my dear opposite player red, who I betrayed in the beginning, well, out of fear to get checkmated by him. But then I betrayed him again and again. And then I started to betray blue. And in the end, red was still winning. So I could have won this game, but I only ended in third place. I did not lose too many points, but I could have done much better here. And red did the best he could out of the game, and he was happy that I was fighting with blue. And then he took the win. Okay. I think this was a very interesting game, even though I made a mistake. but maybe everyone learned a little about it. I think we had some chat. Well, good game. Blue missed a mate on red earlier. Yeah, at some point there was a possibility for blue to mate red. I've seen it in the game. I didn't see it in the review, but maybe you can find it. Where was the point where blue would have the possibility to mate red and blue would have won the game? And I think I would have been second. So let's review and let's see where blue lost the chance. Blue didn't see the mate. And I'm not so good in Spanish, but he says something about blue. I don't know. I acknowledge my mistake. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching. Maybe you find the mate that blue had the possibility to give to red. And see you in another game later. And play with me, luckyDminor on chess.com. Thank you.